It's flashy. It's dashy. It's flashy. Gunner, the changes that they implemented this past update. Dude, as a Gunner main, I have to say, ooh, it is nice. It is beautiful. I've been playing Gunner, twin machine gun, aggressive Gunner since release, since NGS release. And I can tell you one thing. We as Gunners have been through the ups and the downs, those who have been here since the start. Gunner, of course, was naturally one of like the worst classes for a good little period. Then there was a period where it was a pretty good class, but it was always one of the classes that was kind of a pain in the road. It always kind of seemed to fall behind, and you really had to try at it. So of course, with the countering that they fixed before with the iframes, because Gunner used to have no iframe tool whatsoever on twin machine guns, but that was a previous update. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. We're going to go over what they changed, and we're just going to showcase it here, and we're just going to pop it up, pop, pop, stop, top, shoot it, pop, 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 so that way everyone can see just how beautiful Gunner has become. And so as you can see here, these are the Gunner balance adjustments that they implemented, showing flash skills adjustments and balance adjustments following such things as potency on normal attacks and whatnot. The whole list is right here. We'll just kind of go over it and just kind of let you see just how beautiful it is. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, is it not? Is it freaking not? Look at the way that the photon colors come out, dude. Anyways, so Rising Dive, that is going to be, this isn't really used a whole lot, and quite frankly, it's a weird thing in the first place. Rising Dive is the one that's supposed to give you airtime, or, you know, it's really weird how you input it. I pretty much never really used it because it's really weird. It's honestly easier to just get on the ground and reposition yourself than it is to really use this. But they made it so that there's 2 consecutive uses on it. Don't really care too much about that, because you'll see why when we get a bit later down this list, because there's a much better option now, a hugely better option now in closing vertical distance. Okay, so stylish roll arts increase potency as well, and expanded the attack range while chain boosting. Stylish onslaught, change the specifications so that PP is not consumed at activation, and change specifications so that PP is recovered when attacks hits. And so stylish onslaught is going to be the one like that, like so, when you're not putting any directional input on your weapon action and you thrust forward. That is going to be stylish onslaught. The stylish roll arts is just simply, while weapon action is active, pressing the photon button will consume PP to perform a high potency attack. So these are nice things that were adjusted on top of the things such as effects and the normal attack potency on it. So twin machine guns balance adjustments down here in the second section list, adjusted attack effects. As you can see here, attack effects are absolutely gorgeous now. Like, this very gorgeous. As you can see, you have the screen shaking. So similar type of adjustments that we've seen some of these other classes get here recently, and of course you can imagine that all of them will eventually get these adjustments, and then it will be more flashy like this. But it's absolutely beautiful, because honestly, before this, these attacks were pretty dull looking, nothing really there to, you know, dance about or be like, oh, wow, makes you want to grab a bag of Skittles and eat them up because it's so freaking colorful in here. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really make you want to do that. That's just how that one works. But now they make you want to do that, dude. They make you want to just like go and grab a bag of gummy worms or something like that and just be like, what if I chop all these gummy worms up and I put them all together, we kind of make a super colorful gummy worm, right? Right. Anyways, then of course they have increased potency for twin machine guns, normal attacks, increased potency for the twin machine gun sidestep strike, and increased potency for normal attacks during the twin machine gun's weapon action. So one that you may not understand there is the sidestep strike, which is just simply your sidestep, which is when you're getting attacked and you're seeing this roll right here. That is your sidestep strike. So now that does more damage. The biggest one though, this is actually huge, and I actually did not even realize that this was actually even a thing. Or well, it didn't hit me. It didn't hit me that, oh wow, until I was fighting in Malignant Dark Falls, and I did it after he does the train attack. And I was like, wait, hold on. Why is my character diving in on him like this? So pretty much, as you can see, this thing is massive for closing the distance. That's why I was saying the rising drive from before does not matter anymore, because you can simply use this to close the distance on mobs very quickly. And here you see me get knocked down, which is actually a great example of how you can close the distance now with point blank. Absolutely ridiculous. You could not do that before. I would pretty much have to just get on the ground and then kind of run and adjust and jump back up and try to get to that height. That would be the quickest way to do that. But now you can close that distance immediately, which really creates for this really immersive, up in your face gameplay that, you know, that as a twin machine gun main, you should be doing anyway in the first place. And keep in mind that when I'm going at them like that, that's from directional input. So if you don't put any directional input, you'll stay in your same position, which is pretty much how it was before, even if you put directional input. But now, if you're holding forward while you're doing point blank, you will jump forward. So if you want to home in, hold forward. If you don't press anything. Pretty much all the updates for Gunner in this update were geared for gunners like myself, who are aggressive twin machine gun gunners. If you're more so of the twin machine gun and rifle combination, you're not really going to get the full benefit of these updates. It's really suited for us aggressive ones who like to be right in your face, just all up in your face, dodging and just you know, that's really what it's for. So it's absolutely great how this point blank is working. I was very surprised by that because it works very well, and anything that has elevation, like, you know, like Dido or like Oruk, just works so good on these things. So incredibly freaking good. And in terms of, you know, the damage adjustments that were changed, of course, Gunner still performs a bit lower in solo play because right now it still heavily benefits from the stealth strike, where you get more potency when you do not have aggro, right? So you want to sub ranger in those situations where that will benefit you, of course. However, these changes that were given to us are very solid, and they make Gunner extremely viable, extremely strong. One thing that a lot of people may have not noticed is this little guy right here, chain finish party PP gain. Now, how this works is that when you finish your chain, you supply PP to your party. So this works with your parties of 3 other people. It doesn't work, you know, like how Flugel works, where the whole room of 32 gets the benefit. No. But this is absolutely crazy because if you're a skilled gunner, you're a skilled twin machine gun player, you're getting your chain very quickly, very quickly. A lot of times you'll go over 100, right? And as you can see there, if you're at 150, so that's max. So that's the max chain boost. You give the party 150 PP back. This is pretty crazy. And even with the lower amounts at 99 being plus 10 PP that's regained for the whole party, you still are going to get your chain boost up high to that amount pretty quickly, pretty normally as a good gunner. It's going to happen. You know, you don't need to go that high every time, but a lot of times it's just going to happen. A lot of time, Hell of Bullets is going to put you over that. Because of Hell of Bullets, you're likely going to go over that 99 regardless, without even trying. You don't need to go over 99 all the time when you finish your chain, but a lot of times you just will, because Hell of Bullets gives you so many hits anyway. So a lot of times it's just going to happen regardless. So this one is actually very huge. I actually didn't even realize how potent it was, how powerful it was, until I was in a party and someone was like, dude, is there a techer in here? So check out, and they was like, no. I was like, I'm on gunner. I was saying that how this ability is at. And then I started to pay attention and just like really start to see like kind of like where my numbers usually hit and stuff like that. And you know, he was pretty much staying like almost full PP uptime. So it's like, it's pretty crazy. Gunner has become an extremely valuable for party play now in terms of that PP recovery as well. So that's something to really keep in mind that I think a lot of people actually did not realize about that. However, like I said, this update is very heavily geared towards the twin machine gun gunners, the heavily aggressive, in your face twin machine gun gunner players. A lot of these benefits you won't get as well, as much so when you're a twin machine gun rifle mix going on there. So fortunately, I've always kind of been a priority of twin machine gun in your face gunner. So these updates are pretty huge for me. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know how pretty you think this thing is, because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, let me know in the comments below. Hopefully y'all are enjoying y'all's time in NGS with the 85 cap, and we'll see what's to come afterwards, right? That's that. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. Much love, y'all. Holla. Spike content.